Hello, everybody. I'm Keith Jones, here to give you for another video regarding. Well, let's start here. Are you a single-family real estate wholesaler and having challenges getting deals under contract at the right price and getting them sold at the right price? Man, I'm tell you, let me start by introducing myself. I'm Keith Jones. I'm a real estate entrepreneur since 1997. I actually I was blessed to stumble into wholesaling single family homes in Georgia in 1998. 1997, we started buying single family homes to hold them, to rent them out, and quite honestly, I got tired of I was starting to become a little disenchanted, if you will, being a landlord. But I was going to keep things moving on because I know God had a better plan for me if I kept things going. And we did. Just so happened I got a property under contract. It was a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house under contract in East Point, a suburb of Atlanta. Got under contract again. This is 1998, so you remember prices were quite a bit lower. I got under contract for 20 grand from an older guy. He was in his late 70s at the time. I'm sure he's passed on by now, and maybe not. But in the meantime, I got under contract to buy from him at 20 grand. I was planning on picking up this property, renting it out, and renovating it and renting it out. And in the meantime, I gave a neighbor across the street. The guy lived across the street. He just happened to be walking out of his house as I was walking out of that house, and so we started talking for a couple minutes. I gave him my business card, told him I was going to be buying this house, told him keep an eye on it for me in case any vandalism or anything went wrong before closing. So within a couple of days of that, I got a call from a guy out of the blue who wanted to buy that house, and he was under the impression that I had it under contract, which I did. I had no idea I was about to have my first wholesale deal, totally by accident, totally by God's blessing, I should say. Anyway, this guy asked me how much was I getting the house for. I was totally green at the time. I didn't think anything of it. I told him I was getting it for 20 grand. So his thing was, he asked me, he said, "You want to make $5,000?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I want to make $5,000." And so at the time I said, "Well, I don't own the house yet, so I can't sell it." So he said, "Meet me at the house." I met him at the house. We took a look around. He said he liked it. And long story short, I walked away with a check at closing a couple weeks later for $5 grand, and I was hooked. The seller got his 20 grand and went on about his life. And that was the beginning of wholesaling single family homes. 1998, by the way. You got to remember, 1998, a long time ago. At that time, when I discovered, I didn't know it was considered wholesaling at the time. I just knew I made $5 grand and wanted to make $5 grand more every time I could. And so I immediately started finding that gentleman more deals and single family homes. I started doing several strategies, which I'll share with you all. Because this is not about single family homes. This is about land. But I want to take you through the experience and the history of my transition into being a land wholesaler, a land flipper. My experience of wholesaling land consistently. I use several strategies, and some of these strategies I use in land business. At that time, because there was so few people doing single family homes, I could literally send out 50, maybe 100 postcards a month, and always come up with 3, 4, 5 deals per month, averaging $5,000-$10,000 per deal. It was an incredible time. And then I started to do some of the fix and flips. I was getting them so cheap and so consistently, I started doing some fix and flips of my own. My first fix and flip was actually a burnout. This house had burned down. Didn't burn down. It was pretty badly burned. I found a contractor who specialized in dealing with burnouts. We did the work, got it sold, made some money, and kept on going. And first deal that I got that helped me to quit my job, I got a property in I got a quad with some areas like where I come from in Detroit. They call that quad a 4-family flat. So a quad in Georgia, it's called a quad in Georgia. I got it under contract for $69,900. I sold it 30 days later. Sold my contract 30 days later for $99,900. Made 30 grand, and I knew then it was on and popping. That happened in early 1999. And again, just 50, maybe 100 postcards per month. And from that time, I started getting into, like I said, I was still fixing and flipping. I was still wholesaling. Then we got into new construction in 2004. 2004, I started new construction, and that's when I started. The same guys I was wholesaling houses to, because I was wholesaling them so cheap, they were pushing them over and building new construction. I started being mentored by those guys, understanding what new construction, how easy it was, and I never wanted to do fix and flips anymore after that. So again, I'm sharing with you guys my experience in real estate as we move forward here with what I'm trying to share with you. And started building houses in 2004 up to 2008. And in 2008, everything crashed. For those who are old enough to remember, everything crashed. Most of us lost everything. I was one of those. And, I ended up recovering after a couple years of doing other types of entrepreneurial businesses, the junk car business and so on. And from there, got back into wholesaling real estate. And still at that time, when I came back into wholesaling real estate about 2010, 11, somewhere in that area, it still wasn't as crowded as it is now. And we went back to, doing our thing, having a great time, getting our freedom back, feeling good about the business. And needless to say, and which is fine, everybody wants to give stuff, new things a try. So now, fast forwarding to now, everybody is doing or attempting to do wholesale of single family homes. And because I built such a buyers list in single family homes, I still have buyers on my list for single family homes. And we do one here and there, if it comes to it. But we do not market to single family homes anymore. Everybody and their mother and brother and sister are trying to wholesale single family homes. You guys are all bidding, making offers on the same deals over and over again. Everybody is. So these sellers, or the owners, I should say, are just throwing you guys out a price that you're locking it down at, and it's not making sense. It's not making sense. I'm receiving properties. I'm receiving deals for $200,000. The wholesaler wants 200 grand. Probably got it under contract for 150. But anyway, the wholesaler wants 200 grand. They tell me the ARV is 300 grand. Where's the equity? You still haven't figured in closing costs, renovation costs, negotiation with an end buyer. It's ridiculous. I wish y'all luck. Anyway, fading away from that, I want to introduce you all to a blue ocean. By the way, wholesaling single family homes is a red ocean. There are thousands upon thousands of wholesalers of single family homes. Thousands upon thousands. There's only hundreds of wholesalers and land investors for land. And that's where I want to start sharing with you guys how to do land deals. I'm going to show you how to choose markets. We're going to show you how to evaluate the deals. I'm going to show you how to communicate with sellers, how to lock these things down, whether we're wholesaling them or closing on them. I have access to investors who, if we get a piece of land under contract, what we do, we're looking for deals that are 50% of the retail value of the land. So let's just say 5 acres of land in any state, just throwing some, 5 acres of land is worth 100 grand. And the people who own this land in California, live in California, and the land is in North Carolina, we're gonna make them offer it. Again, the land's worth the land's worth $100,000. We're gonna make them offer $50,000. We're gonna get the land under contract at $50,000, and we're gonna sell it to a builder at $75,000 to $85,000. That's how the land business can work. That's how it does work. Now, I'm sharing this information with you all for a couple reasons. Number one, I want to help y'all fade away from the nonsense. Everybody's trying to do single family homes. That's what we call a red ocean, because the blood's in the water, all these sharks. We bring you over to the blue ocean, where it's very few people doing what we do now. It's flipping land, building the buyers. I'm going to help you build your buyers list. Oh man. Anyway, let's. My goal is to be able to have some type of Zoom classes for those who are interested. Leave some comments if you're interested in changing what you're doing. If you're a wholesaler trying to wholesale single family homes, or if you just want to get into the land business, I want to share free information with you. I got free information, 25 years of experience. Most of the guys who are teaching land right now, they're good at what they do. I've learned some things from some of the things, how to structure, organize some of the things that goes on behind the scenes of land. But majority of them don't have the years of experience that I have. But to say what I want to do is help all of us who want to be in the business. You guys, I want to help you understand how to find the deals, and I want to build a team of acquisition. We're going to sell majority of this land, listing it with real estate agents. With that being said, I'm going to move on. I'm going to leave this video today. We're going to post it, and hopefully we start. Again, give me your comments. I'm interested in knowing how many are interested on a Wednesday. I'm in Eastern Standard Time. A Wednesday 6 p.m. Zoom instructional class. No fluffing, no going through. I want to show you guys how to find the markets, evaluate the land, communicate with the sellers, the owners, and close deals. We close deals together. We make money together. We build a community. Let's get busy. Let's change 2025. There's a lot of dumb stuff going on right now in 2025. People are being laid off. Most are working jobs they don't want to work. There's so much dumb stuff going on. Let's change our lives for the better, and let's change it as soon as possible. Thanks.